Loyalty is dead in the travel industry. It used to be simple: you get a free upgrade, a surprise bottle of wine, a lounge pass thanking you for sticking with the brands. These days, those perks are bait in a transactional system designed to extract value, not to say thanks. Today, we're diving into the quiet revolution reshaping airlines, hotels, and cruises, how the warm, human side of loyalty is being killed off and replaced by a revenue-driven rewards machine. Stick around as we explain why it's happening, where this is going, and what you can do about it. Let's rewind. The golden age of loyalty programs wasn't about spreadsheets or shareholder ROI. It was simple. Thank you for sticking with us. Here's something extra. Frequent flyers would hit 25,000 miles and be welcomed with silver medallion or premier status, upgrades, free bags, even occasional handwritten thank yous. Hotels gave out sweet upgrades without begging. Late checkout wasn't a battle. It was standard. Cruise lines sent welcome back gifts to returning guests. No spend tracking, no hoops, just appreciation. Why? Because loyalty was emotional. You kept coming back and that meant something. But today, loyalty isn't about appreciation. It's about optimization, how much they can extract from you and how little they can give back. Look around today and you'll see the formula has changed. It's no longer about how often you travel. It's about how much you spend. Delta made headlines in 2024 for completely gutting their loyalty program. Instead of earning status through miles flown, you had to earn MQDs, medallion qualification dollars. In plain English, spend more or stay grounded. You could fly 50 times in a year, but if those flights were cheap economy tickets, too bad. No status for you. Marriott shifted to dynamic pricing, meaning your free night might now cost way more points than before, depending on demand, even if it's the same room you booked last year. In Las Vegas, the playground of the high roller and the casual weekend warrior has drastically changed in recent years. MGM and Caesars are slashing tier perks, charging resort fees even on comped rooms, and making it harder to earn status unless you're dropping serious cash at the tables or restaurants. Loyalty used to earn you perks. Now it earns you the chance to spend even more. Let's take a closer look at a few real examples of what happened with the big travel brands. Delta used to send thank you gift to Diamond Medallion flyers. In 2024, these high-status loyalists will get a choice benefit that includes the option of paying for lounge access. Yep, you get to pay for access? How nice. What about hotels? Marriott Bonvoy elites used to expect suite upgrades, breakfast, and 4 p.m. late checkout. Now, it's based on availability, which increasingly means, sorry, none left, even when the hotel is half empty. We also have IHG eliminated free breakfast for many elite levels. And Hilton shifted to a credit system, so you earn credits that may not even cover a single coffee and croissant in some properties. How about cruise lines? They are old-fashioned, so loyalty probably still means something, right? Well, Royal Caribbean's Crown and Anchor perks used to feel generous, but now, internet is tiered by status, and those once unlimited happy hour drinks have been replaced with a few daily drink vouchers, redeemable anytime, but no longer flowing freely. But still, compared to competitors like Carnival's newly revamped loyalty program, Royal Caribbean's program still feels more like a genuine reward system than a cleverly disguised sales funnel. In June 2025, Carnival made headlines and upset their cruisers big time. They are replacing cruise nights with a spend-based program. So instead of counting how many nights you cruise with them, they now count how much you spent, which means earning status is now significantly harder. To add insult to injury, the perks at each tier have also been scaled back. Some would argue that Carnival no longer has a true loyalty program, just a reward system designed to encourage spending, not recognize loyalty. And that shift is entirely by design, following the footsteps of other travel industries like airlines and hotels. The good old days of cruising often and being rewarded for it, those may be sailing into the sunset. In the cruise world, loyalty for perks is quickly going the way of the dodo. Okay, so now that we've all accepted the reality of the rewards game, it's time to talk about how to play it. Because points, they're not that different from real money. And like real money, they suffer from inflation. Only this kind doesn't show up on a chart. You won't see headlines about it, but if you've been saving points for years, you've definitely felt it. In loyalty land, it's called dynamic pricing. So let's say you've been saving Hyatt points for a weekend in San Diego. Last year, that Category 4 hotel cost you 15,000 points a night. This year, same room, same date. Now it's 22,000 points. Why? Because more people want to travel, or it's spring break. Or honestly, the algorithm just says so. Airlines are worse. A Saver Level award on United used to be 25,000 miles round trip domestically. Now, good luck finding that. You'll see 42,000, 58,000, or mixed cabin options where one leg is first class and the other is a middle seat in the back row, still priced like a luxury experience. And the kicker? The companies call this more flexible, but in practice, it's just more profitable for them and more frustrating for you. Here's the trap nobody talks about. You work hard all year, fly the miles, spend the money, book the hotels, and you finally earn elite status. But guess what? On January 1st, or whatever anniversary date they set for you, you're nobody again. Your spend resets, your miles reset. Your cruise points with Carnival will now also reset, and if you can't keep up, you drop like a rock. This annual cliff is brutal, especially for everyday travelers who only fly for the holidays or take one big trip a year. And for companies, that's the point. By forcing you to requalify within a set time frame, they create pressure, urgency, FOMO. It also conveniently limits how many people can reach each status level, making it feel more exclusive while saving them from having to hand out too many perks. And if you want to cheat the system, there's a credit card for that. Loyalty is no longer about travel, it's about financial products. Airlines and hotels make more money selling points to banks than they do selling tickets or rooms. Delta's partnership with American Express, worth billions. Marriott's Bonvoy cards, a huge chunk of their revenue. Chase and United, same story. So when you get that 100,000 point welcome bonus, you're not the customer, you're the product. You're being moved into a system where every flight, every room, every perk is unlocked not by loyalty, but by spending and swiping. Don't want to spend $15,000 to requalify for status? Just get the premium card with the $695 annual fee. Don't fly enough to earn points the old way. Buy them, transfer them, book through our portal at inflated prices, of course. If you've been to Vegas lately, you've probably felt it. Resort fees are up. Free drinks while gambling? Well, there are fewer. Buffets are dying. Even parking isn't free anymore, unless you're a platinum level whale. Cruise lines are playing the same game. Want room service? That's a charge. Want early boarding? Pay extra. Even loyalty tier gifts like welcome fruit or laundry are disappearing or being turned into upgradable perks. One Carnival cruiser said, "I was excited to hit platinum. Then I realized all I get is early boarding and a pin. And yes, the pin is free. For now." So why is this happening? Simple. Loyalty programs aren't just marketing tools anymore. They're revenue engines. They generate billions of dollars every year from selling points to banks, card issuers, and corporate partners. When Marriott sells points to Chase, it counts as immediate revenue, even if you never redeem them. When Delta sells Sky Miles to Amex, it goes straight on the balance sheet before your flight ever takes off. These programs are no longer about keeping you loyal. They're about maximizing how much you can spend and how little they have to give back. The more hoops they add, the fewer free upgrades and reward nights they have to deliver. The less you redeem, the more profit they keep. And that's the game now. Here's the sneaky part. Most travelers don't understand how loyalty programs actually work. They hoard points like gold, only to redeem them at poor value. They book through portals, choose bad transfer partners, miss out on blackout-free options, or worse, let the points expire. And guess what? That confusion is by design. Breakage, points that are earned but never redeemed, is a quiet gold mine. It lets companies pocket the revenue without ever delivering the reward. So they keep the rules complex, the redemption charts vague, the dynamic pricing unpredictable, because the less you know, the more they win. Loyalty used to be a guessing game. Who flies a lot, who books often. Today, it's an algorithm. These companies now know exactly what kind of traveler you are, how much you spend, what time you check in, what seat you choose, if you ever pay for upgrades. They don't need to reward you for being loyal. They can just calculate how little they need to give you to keep you coming back. And you better believe they've optimized every perk, every tier, every redemption option to balance cost versus behavioral impact. It's not about generosity anymore. It's about efficiency. And data is the new loyalty currency. Let's be honest, elite status isn't what it used to be, not because the perks changed, but because everyone has it. Between status match offers, promo shortcuts, and co-branded credit cards, the number of people with priority has skyrocketed. That's why the lounges are packed. That's why upgrade lists are 47 names deep. That's why even top-tier elites get stuck in middle seats. So what's the solution? Raise the bar. Thin the herd, make it harder to qualify, and give out less to those who do. The goal isn't to reward more people, it's to reward fewer, just enough to keep the illusion alive. And let's not forget the biggest pressure of all, shareholders. Loyalty perks are expensive, free nights cut into margins, upgrades take up sellable inventory, and when your business is publicly traded, there's always pressure to cut costs, boost short-term profits, and optimize the guest experience. So they do what any spreadsheet would suggest: trim the benefits, push more upgrades, monetize access, introduce new fees. It doesn't feel great, but it looks great in a quarterly report. Here's the harsh truth. It's working. Even with fewer perks, higher thresholds, and more spending requirements, travelers keep showing up. Why? Because we're hooked on miles, on credit card points, on the hope of a free flight or a surprise upgrade. And the travel industry knows it. As long as you keep chasing that next tier, they don't need to say thank you. Just terms and conditions apply. And that's the cruel brilliance of it all. The programs are getting stingier, the perks thinner, the rules tighter, and yet we keep coming back. Not because we're rewarded, but because we're conditioned. But beneath the spreadsheets and loyalty tiers is something no algorithm can calculate: how it feels. Because here's the emotional side that, no spreadsheet can really capture. Loyalty used to feel earned, now it just feels exploited. People feel burned. They gave years of travel, booked direct, signed up for all those emails, took surveys, and now they feel ghosted. The airport lounge they used to enjoy is packed. The free night they earned now requires all sorts of blackout workarounds. This isn't just about perks disappearing, it's about trust disappearing. And when that's gone, what's really left? Here's the future. We're heading into, a two-tier world. The ultra-wealthy traveler who can spend their way to lounge access, guaranteed upgrades, and luxury experiences with or without loyalty. And then there's the everyday traveler, scrambling for points, waiting for deals, sitting in row 34, just wondering why they even bother signing up in the first place. Loyalty will still exist, but it won't be free. It won't feel earned, it'll be bought, unless something changes. Be smart with your points, use them wisely, learn the game. Don't chase status blindly. Ask yourself if the perks are actually worth it for you. Support brands that treat you like a person, not just a data point. Speak up. When companies gut benefits, let them know how it affects your decision to stay loyal. Because loyalty should be a two-way street. And if the travel industry keeps taking without giving, don't be surprised when travelers stop giving a damn. This resonated with you? Go ahead and hit that like button. Comment with the perks you missed the most, or the one that pushed you over the edge. And subscribe for more deep dives into the travel industry so you can outsmart the system before it outsmarts you. Until next time, travel smart and travel well.